Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome into Philly Take with RB. You know what to do. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, and ding that notification bell. That way you are instantly notified when I upload or go live. We're live for every single Sixers game, and we've been covering the entire playoffs here on the channel, so be sure to stay tuned in. Today we are coming at you with some breaking news. Now, this news actually did drop yesterday, but as you saw maybe on my community post or my post-game vid, I am sick and I was in bed yesterday. I'm still congested and stuff, as you can probably hear, but I had to grind it out for the Fire Take Nation. But anyway, the breaking news that dropped yesterday, as we probably have all seen by now, Danny Green is going to miss 2 to 3 weeks with a right calf strain. Now, he got injured in game 3. I don't know if it was on the jump when he was trying to contest a shot or when he was coming around the Clint Capella screen. I don't know what happened, but at the end of the day, my first instant reaction and thoughts to this is, dang, man, it sucks. This absolutely sucks. Danny Green, I didn't like him early on in this season, but as we went on and he started to heat up, I realized that Danny Green, is that streaky type of player. But at the end of the day, even though he can heat up whenever, he's a great veteran to have on your team. He's a great leader. He brings great experience. And anywhere he goes, he's essentially a winner. Like anywhere this guy goes, he tends to win. And I know he's been a great voice in the locker room. And Danny Green, we need him. Okay, so there's a lot of, quick, instant thoughts, right? Like right off the top of the head that are saying, oh, well, Danny Green hasn't been playing well in these playoffs. We don't need Danny Green. Let me tell you something, okay? I understand the reactionary side because that's who Philly is. But Danny Green, man, we do need him. We do absolutely need him. Like I said, great veteran. And even though you're right, he hasn't played that good in these playoffs, he can switch it on like that in 1 second. He can really heat up. And, I'm sure he's going to be a good voice, good mentor to whoever steps up. I don't know how long he's going to be out. I know he'll miss the rest of this series. He'll probably miss most of the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe he could come back for the finals if we make it there. Maybe he could come back early if we make it, deep into the Eastern Conference Finals. It also depends on how far this series goes with the Sixers and Hawks and also with the Bucks and the Nets. So let's hope that the Bucks and Nets go a little bit longer so he has more time to rehab. But, again, we need Danny Green. Not only is he a smart veteran, but he knows how to play within our system. He helps space the floor. And, he's just that catch and shoot type of guy. Now, I know he has been blown by on defense sometimes, and he's getting older, right? He's known as a 3-and-D guy, but his body is aging, and he's not as quick as before. But one thing he always has is right here. He's intelligent, and he definitely knows how to play. But anyway, with that being said, I want to talk about what happens now. What do the Sixers do? A lot of people think that the Sixers need to start Matisse Thybulle. Now, I actually think that's wrong. I would not start Matisse Thybulle, and there's a multitude of reasons, but here's why. Number one, I don't want Matisse playing an excess amount of minutes next to Ben Simmons. We know Matisse has been working on his shot. He's been getting better, right? He's knocking down some. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's ready yet to play in the starting lineup next to Ben because we just would simply not have enough shooting on the floor. In addition to that, I think Matisse is better off the bench so that way he doesn't get into foul trouble. We know Matisse gets a lot of calls on him because he's a tenacious defender, and I love that. And don't get me wrong, I do think Matisse Thybulle will be playing close to starter minutes. He should earn more as we go on now, especially with Danny Green out. But overall, I do like Matisse coming off the bench, and he's just a pest. You can alternate him and Ben on the opposing team's best scorer. And overall, I just think Matisse is comfortable in his role. So I actually would not start Matisse Thybulle. But that brings me to where I kind of have two options in my head. Number one, if I want to keep the same kind of identity, I might roll with Furkan Korkmaz, and I have a gut feeling that Doc is actually going to roll with Furkan Korkmaz, and I think it would actually be a good idea. Believe it or not, Furkan Korkmaz has been knocking down at a higher clip. His defense has improved a bit as well, which is good to see, but overall, Furkan will keep that same system and identity going, right? I said it in my post-game vid, when Furkan Korkmaz understands his role, and he plays as a spot-up shooter rather than, trying to be a point guard or whatever, Furkan Korkmaz can actually knock down some shots. He's looked better with the starters. Again, Doc has to go, and he's been great adjusting in terms of Furkan, but you have to really go game by game. You have to feel it out situation by situation. If Furkan starts off hot in a game, you're going to see him keep rocking with him, and if he's not, he's going to be benched the rest of the game. That's how it may have to be if you decide to start Furkan Korkmaz. And I do think we're going to see a different variety in terms of who starts. Like, we might try Furkan one game and then somebody else the next game. But the next guy that comes to my head, which is the other idea I think would work for this, is George Hill. I think starting George Hill would also be a good idea because you could get that pure point guard on the floor. Ben Simmons has been coming up the floor right, and he dumps the ball off at half court. He goes to the dunker spot, and Ben has been used off the ball more as well. And I think this would give a good combination of where we could use Ben on the ball and off the ball. And bringing a guy like George Hill in, who usually can knock down some shots, and he also brings that veteran leadership and experience. He understands the floor at all times, and he's really just a pure point guard. And we said the Sixers need a pure point guard on the floor. And if you decide to bring George Hill off that second unit and move him to the starting lineup, I think that would be a good idea. And I don't think the production would drop much at all. Then again, this is what we got him for. We got him to produce in the playoffs. He's been a bit iffy at times, but overall, George Hill is a good veteran, and I think that would be a good idea, having a pure point and allowing Ben to move to the technical three and playing some on the ball and some off the ball. You also have the option of Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton. Now, Tyrese Maxey's another pure point guard who I love his athleticism and stuff. It's just, I don't think he's ready for that yet here in a second, third round playoff series. But Maxey still should continue to get minutes off the bench. Shake Milton as well. I think he could fit in the starting lineup. We just don't know what he is at this point. You know what I mean? So we're going to continue to utilize him off the bench. Other guys are going to have to step up. But I really think the top options would be Furkan Korkmaz or George Hill. Then you alternate with the bench. You keep some of the starters in. And you see how it plays out. But overall, it will be a blow losing Danny Green, and other guys are going to have to step up. Let's just hope and pray Danny comes back in time and we get our 3-and-D veteran back. But you guys, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Who do you think we should start in place of Danny Green? What is your reaction to him being out? Give me all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect.